right before our eyes, up on the silver screen. Kirsten was born on April 30th, 1982 in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Mother Inez, an artist, and father Klaus, a German medical services executive, recognized the potential of their adorable little girl early on. By the time Kirsten's little brother Christian was born in 1987, Inez had already started her daughter out as a Ford model. Kirsten barely remembers a time before she was in front of the cameras.
Well, since I was 3, I've done New York Stories with Woody Allen and Mia Farrow and Bonfire the Vandies and lots of commercials. And Saturday Night Live and David Letterman and Sisters and Loving and lots of different things.
For a young person who is active in a career, there is the benefit of spending a lot of time with adults. And that can really bring a lot of maturity. But there's a downside. The pressure of a career can also be shattering for a young ego. The constant rejection and the pressure to succeed professionally can be very difficult for the young person who is seeking acceptance for who they really are.
In 1989, after the New York Stories shoot, Inez separated from Klaus and moved the kids to the West Coast in order that Kirsten would be able to pursue her acting career. Well, Kirsten was clearly much more than just a pretty face. In fact, she was following in the footsteps of another highly successful and formidable actress who also started as a child.
Jodie Foster. I love Jodie Foster. She's my idol.
With excellent advice from her agent and manager and the supporting consent of her mother, Kirsten was getting outstanding roles. Well, by an extraordinary stroke of luck, she was spotted by the casting department for the dark drama Interview with a Vampire.
Well, I was walking on the street with my mom, and this guy two men came up to us and started asking us questions. And later on, they yelled down from a couple of stories up that to have your daughter read for Interview with the Vampire, and so that's how we started to know about it.
But then the hard part was acing the audition. Kirsten did not leave anything to chance.
When we got the script before the auditions, a month before the auditions, and my acting coach and I started to prepare for the role and everything. And we knew all the scenes and everything. And even before, they already had picked it out and everything. And so that's how much we knew more about it. And then I went in for my first audition and then taped me, and then a couple of more, and then more callbacks, and then we met Neil. And then I had a screen test.
Beating out Christina Ricci, Kirsten won the role of Claudia, a vampire who matures and over the years becomes a woman trapped in the body of a young girl. She was starring with heavyweights Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, and it was a tall order for a 10-year-old. But Kirsten did thorough research.
Well, I watched a lot of people on the streets, and I watched my mom, and I don't know, I kind of picked things out from other women.
Considering that before puberty, all members of the opposite sex are known to suffer from cooties, some aspects of having to act like an adult were especially difficult to pull off.
Kissing bad, yeah. Because, I don't know, it was disgusting. It's just, I don't know, it's disgusting. His lips were all dry and cracked. It was just, I don't want to kiss an evil man. God, that was disgusting.
Kirsten kept her disgust well hidden on screen. The young actress received a Golden Globe nomination for her convincing portrayal of the complex character. Kirsten also proved her pop culture appeal by winning the MTV Movie Award for Best Breakthrough Performance. And indeed, playing Claudia turned out to be a career turning point.
Me, oh my God, it means so much to me. It's so many memories. I mean, that's the start of my career, really. And I had such an amazing time on that film, and I just have so many good things that I brought away from it.
Kirsten was suddenly ubiquitous. She had significant roles in hit movies like Little Women and Small Soldiers. By age 13, Kirsten had already worked with some of Hollywood's most esteemed leading men, including Tom Hanks, Bruce Willis, Tom Cruise, and Robin Williams in the dark comic thriller Jumanji.
Well, Tom Cruise is the most serious actor, you know. He's more of a method actor, and he's like a perfectionist too. And Robin's kind of wild and free. he would always put on these little shows and everything. He did Ethel Merman and he did Nell going through the McDonald's drive-thru. It was really funny.
Being a kid did not earn Kirsten any special advantages. Each role had a new set of challenges that the hard-working girl had to face head-on.
Working in the wave tank, that was really hard. We spent 2 weeks in there and I'd have to do all my own stunts and everything. And we'd be hanging from chandeliers and in 10 feet of water and it'd be really cold or sometimes it'd be really hot. It was hard. And it was dirty too.
In the heartless annals of Hollywood, many actresses are left by the wayside as they become gawky adolescents. But Kirsten somehow managed to seamlessly transition into those teenage roles. At the premiere of Wag the Dog, the 15-year-old co-star Dustin Hoffman introduced her to his own son, Jake, who was 16. Well, the young actress straight away realised the advantages of going out with a 16-year-old. He could drive, and the two of them were soon out on the town all over the place, spawning Kirsten's first tabloid headlines. In 1999, the young actress played a very complex role in director Sofia Coppola's highly acclaimed art house film, The Virgin Suicides. It explored the loss of virginity and impending violence. Meanwhile, her own life was that of a normal teenager. For her high school prom, Sofia Coppola lent her a gorgeous red Galliano dress that she herself had worn earlier in the year for the Golden Globes. Well, it was a great night out for the young actress. She rented a limo, she went along with her friends and a date. They partied through the night. But what she was really celebrating was getting great grades, A's and B's, and actually making it through high school itself, because her school, Notre Dame in Los Angeles, is very rigorous and demanding, and she'd had to put up with a lot of bullying from people who thought she was stuck up and thought too highly of herself being an actress. One of the things that really did help Kirsten fit in during high school was being a cheerleader, and that experience actually came in very handy because she starred as a cheerleader when she was 18 in the film Bring It On.
Our favorite moves? We had this little thing in the beginning of our dance. It was like this little like cool hand thing, and I still know it because I loved it. It was like so, I don't know, there was just such a cool rhythm about it.
And in the high school romantic comedy Get Over It in 2001, the multi-talented actress sang her first song on screen.
Well, I don't know, I'm just embarrassed and shy about singing, and I love to sing, but it's like a very personal, intimate thing, singing, and you gotta want to share it, and I'm not the person who's just can bust out a song or wants to bust out a song. So I recorded it in the sound booth and I got to lip sync it on the day, which is great.
Kirsten was a hit. The story of the film was all about breaking up.
Favorite breakup song? Oh, I love depressing music. Isn't that horrible? I love Jeff Buckley so much. Ben Harper, Joni Mitchell. And who else is good breakup music? Oh, if you want to get out some aggression, Ben Folds 5 has that song, Give Me Back My Money, You Bitch. I guess if you were in an angry relationship, or if you want to go with the whiny rock female, you could go with Alanis, but I'm not into that. But yeah, that covers it for me.
But Kirsten didn't have to sing any breakup songs in real life while making Get Over It. Not right away, at least. When we come back, Kirsten merges her career and romance on set.
Working so intensely together on a film shoot can provide a really strong bonding. And I think that's why we frequently see co-stars falling in love with each other.
She fell hard for co-star Ben Foster, and by her own admission, she was the cat and he was the mouse. She fell madly in love. It was her first real relationship, and it lasted for about 6 months.
Working so intensely together on a film shoot can provide a really strong bonding that for a young person is often mistaken for love or romance, and I think that's why we frequently see co-stars falling in love with each other.
That same year, Kirsten was eclipsed by Kate Hudson in a very close call for the well-reviewed 70s period drama Almost Famous. It wouldn't be the last time that the two blondes were in competition for a role. It all turned out very well though, because she was cast instead in the challenging and fantastic role of a high school girl in Crazy Beautiful. And because she'd broken up with Ben Foster recently, she channeled all that energy into the sullen, depressed, introspective teenager who she played in that film. It won great reviews.
After Bring It On, I wanted to show like a diversity in that way because I didn't want people just to see me as like the cute, peppy girl. I wanted to, show me in a different light, and that I didn't care about how I looked and, don't put any makeup on me and mess up my hair, and I don't care, and I really wanted to, get into the role.
She embraced the character really bravely and honestly and openly, so, there's some part of her that obviously the part spoke to, or there's some part of her she drew upon in order to play the role, and but no, she's not playing the perky head cheerleader.
She's really talented, so in the film, she gave me a lot. She had a lot to offer. She gave a lot of herself to the character, and that in turn gave me the ability to just do and create more and show more of myself, because it's sort of like her professionalism sort of rubs off on it,
Just as she smoothly transitioned from child to teen roles, Kirsten would easily progress from teen to adult.
After this, I think this kind of marks my last teen film in a way, and I'm getting into more adult movies now, and I've made like a lot of different changes in my life, and I want to be doing this for a long time, and I just have to learn, become a more businesswoman. That's what I need to become.
And so she became. This time, it was Kirsten who beat out Kate Hudson and Alicia Witt for the plum part of Peter Parker's girlfriend in Spider-Man, one of the highest-grossing movies in history. She, of course, played the feisty redhead Mary Jane, and the young woman infused the character with depth and substance.
I first wanted to be a part of this movie so badly, just because I love the story, and it's rare that, in such a big film comes such a sweet love story. I wouldn't have done this movie had it just been like a typical, ditzy kind of whatever girl that needs to be saved all the time, because, that's not the kind of roles I like to do, and Mary Jane has a lot more going on than that, and a lot of layers, and it's exciting because she's very useful and makes a lot of mistakes in this film, and, with just her life, and then you really see her at the end transform into a woman almost, and so that's very exciting to look forward to for me in the next film, to carry on from there and what her life's going to be like now.
Not only had Mary Jane transformed into a woman, so had Kirsten.
It's interesting that sometimes the actor gets a chance to really flex her muscles as a woman by playing a woman. And so we can see the actor and the character growing up together in tandem.
I grew up a lot after that movie, and it was such